morning, Danse, Oki, Aho. Not Aho, Aho. There is a difference. I got questions. Well, why do natives say, oh, well, they're being silly by saying, oh. But we say, Nikanokwa, Aho. Many blessings to you all. I am Elder Medicine Bear Claw. Many people enjoy calling me Mama Bear Claw. Welcome to my channel. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and I do not force, no need to, it's okay. I'm not, I do have a gold, I put another gold for 1,000 now. And as you see, there's no dollar sign on mine, so that's okay. I'm not doing all that. I just enjoy sharing my stories, helping you in whatever way that it is. It's either counseling or advice or guidance. So, good morning, Victoria. Danse. There's quite a few things that I got. Even putting my number on there, I'm getting all kinds of weird calls and stuff. So, I will say this. If I don't know if it doesn't have your name, hi, I'm so and so, then I'll answer. And if it just says, hey, mama, blah, 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 I'm going to say, who's this? And don't give me a response, then delete. Danse, Brandy, Danse. How are you, sweetheart? My daughter is she's feeling nervous and everything, and she's been asking me about vendors. She's getting married. She was with the previous gentleman for 21 years, and he went his own way. Once my grandson was 18, he said, later. So that hurts. So I advise the men and women, choose carefully. And now she's met this gentleman for a year and a half, and he proposed to her. And he has proven to her there is life after a breakup. And the family likes him. And my daughter, this first thing she does, Mom, don't read. I don't do that. She goes, I know you're going to slip in there when you shake his hand or something. No. I don't do that. I'll have Orva do it. She gets scared of her. She says, your fairy friends are here, Mama. So, yes, I do wish the best of luck, and I am very excited for her. And she's just like, this is nerve-wracking. Now I know what you and my stepdad went through. Yeah, we had to save up. Sometimes if you want a nice wedding, it helps to know and stuff. I wore my daughter's wedding dress. I'm not superstitious. She had a cream, and she was pregnant, but we had a stretch, tight around, and it was long too. And I still have it in my closet. I said, do you want to wear this? And I'll just, no. Okay. And also my granddaughter, she'll be getting married next March. So it's been hectic. They're asking me if I can make this. And okay. I said, we'll see how my little business go. John, Bonsai, sweetheart, thank you for joining, and many blessings to you too, sweetheart. Heading back on the road, we'll be listening. Just be careful, please, on the road. Now, I got an email from a gentleman. He was saying, how do or where do Bigfoots come from? I agree, Brandy. I do agree. I would never marry again. I said that too. But also, my husband is my high school sweetheart. We part our ways when we graduated and says, good luck, good luck. I married my children's father and still went to his house. We still kept contact. I took my husband there because we were coming from Arizona and we stopped here in Modesto and we visit, barbecue, and then we head to my mom. So, yes, we still stayed in contact with each other. And it's just never worked out. But once I had cut, then, and he was available, and he says, still love you. Let's go get married now, because I ain't using you no more. And we did. So we kept, and we still do. They say two Scorpios they're not compatible. They argue and fight. We don't even yell at each other. We have disagreements. I said, I don't agree with you on this, but that is your thing. You're going to handle it. Don't get me involved. That's your business. He says, no, you and I are one. I always tell him, you and I are one. Remember that. And I'm not in front of you. I'm on the side with you walking. So we have a creator on the left side, you, and then me and the Mother Earth. And plus all our children are grown. And we like it that way. In fact, today is our anniversary. And it's his sister's birthday. So she was always just going to call you and say happy anniversary. We got married in December, but today is when I moved in. So I'm excited about that. Let's get back to the question. Danse, hola, JP, ¿cómo estás? The gentleman on the email says, where do Bigfoot comes from? Does anyone know where Bigfoot comes from? Somebody had told him they were aliens, the star people. No, they are not. Then he asked later, he goes, why do people go in the woods or the mountains searching for these silly creatures? I said, they're not. I emailed him back and I said, they're not silly. And your state of mind and heart is not understanding what they are here on Mother Earth. And you're not even into any fiction. Or he said, no, I don't believe in that. Just like I don't believe in God. And then that's when I said, then I'm sorry, but I can't help you in either way, but I can tell you this. As you walk, you're walking with the Creator. And then he asked me, who's the Creator now? I said, okay, you're not really wanting to understand things. So many blessings to you on your journey. I left it as that. And he emailed me back saying, F this, M this, and or MF. And I'm like, no. So I blocked him on my email. I told my husband, sometimes I really wonder if there's many people understand what is really in this world with Mother Earth and what has the Creator made. Everyone has some kind of twin in this world. Either they're going to speak the same language of you, have the same image of you, and that's why they say, oh, hey, I just saw you. No. Mm-mm. For instance, I went to the doctor yesterday morning, right? The physical therapy is downstairs. And there's a gentleman, his name is Ricardo. And he says, oh, Ramona, ¿cómo estás? I said, bien, bien. He goes, oh, I saw you at Alex's birthday. I said, whose birthday? Alejandro's. No. Because, yeah, over Memorial. Nope. Mm-mm. I was in Arizona with my son. No, it was you. I said, well, maybe I got a twin somewhere. Or she kind of looked like me. He said, yeah, she wears your dresses like you have one right now. But it was like a green and with flowers and yellow. That sounds like a pretty dress, but I don't have one like that. I have a turquoise, a teal, maroon and white. Some have patterns on them and some don't. So I said, I don't think it was me. Oh, welcome, T-Mac. Well, thank you for coming. I tried to explain to many people how things come. When you're researching many areas, and of course, you're going to feel that something is following you, and you're also going to know that it could be a spirit. Now, like I was saying yesterday in the video, spirits can come from wherever. It can try to connect you to get some of your energy for it to get where it wants to be. Now, people are saying that when they are hiking or they are researching, why do images float in the air? Again, these are spirits, and sometimes they walk on Mother Earth, and sometimes they need a helping hand to get them across. They can be either stuck and been here for over thousands of years, and they're trying to understand why they're here and where do they really belong. Well, it's like I say, we are here, and then in the centers where people get stuck, and then there's the paradise. Sometimes they need helping hands. Even when you're doing investigations or doing EVPs in the woods or in the cemetery, and you're like, oh, okay, why are you stuck here? They're going to be confused, but yet they want answers themselves. So, PMAX says, I have caught many disembodied bodies and voices on my hike, and I am literally not looking for that type of stuff. But yet they still find me. Correct. They're always going to find you. They will find many. If your energy is high, as you're using your equipment too and walking Mother Earth, and you see the spirit coming around or an orb, it's the same thing. Because it's just like when you, Satanga, Bigfoot, ape man, hairy man, a shabu, and they're cloaked and they're walking right past you, and then you get chills and you're like, oh, what just came by me? Same thing as a spirit. Sometimes spirits really need some guidance. I tell everyone what I do is I always have, and I put down tobacco and say a prayer, and then I tell them no attached to me or my cell phone because I will always have my cell phone. But when I go and visit my clan, I don't. I play music for them from my phone, but I don't always take pictures and videos. And if I do, they're for me because I want to have this perfect. Sometimes it's hard because I want to share them. And they'll tell you yes or no. But people that do a research and they go out, they do. They'll show themselves. They're not really aggressive as many people. Now, there are some, just as well as in the spirit world, there are some that are aggressive, and that's because they have so much anger from them what has happened. Because you don't know if they got murdered, you don't know if they committed suicide, or there was a fire. You know, there's so much, and you trying to help them even by using the EVP. Now, like I said yesterday, it can be a portal. And it is important that you tell the spirit, why are you here? Do you need help to go? Is there something that can help you pass over? Some of them just want to stay because that's what they have. And it's very, very hard sometimes. Thank you, Sparky. It's good to see you, sweetheart. Um, and yes, you are very strong in that area too, Ghost Girl. And it's, how do I want to say that? It's drawn to you, the spirit. Um, I know that when many people go out and they want to know exactly how does one to become a spirit, many things have happened to the person, and that's how we all know that their spirit, the human became a spirit. Now, there are some that are trying to say that, oh, spirits will come and go. Spirits are always around. And then you have to help them or not help them. There are very aggressive spirits. And when they get aggressive, then that means they're taking your energy. When they do, and you can feel it, that can cause you headaches. That can also get you dizzy. And if you're not careful, you can get sick. Most of all is when you do a prayer. Everybody is not the same. Some say, oh, quick prayer in their mind, or they're praying as they're walking, or feels like I've got to sneeze. What I always do, no matter where I'm at, here in my own home, because there's cornfield all around me. My satangas, when they come, they love hiding in there, and they eat. You can just tell. But it's like I have sat down with them and I've asked them many questions. And I said, "You tell me if not okay." And they do, and they'll tell me, people keep walking in their spirits. So I said, "Are they really trying to communicate, or do they want to be here on earth? Or do they need help to pass?" Because it is important. I have many, let's see. T Max says, "I have had many of those symptoms happen to me on a hike with no reason. Sometimes when they do come around, they also are trying to get your attention. I say my intentions before I go and cleanse myself." Amen to that. It can happen. You know, there's not that many people in life that understand the spiritual world, as well as a Bigfoot, a Stanga, or a dog man, a swamp man, the ape man, um, the Yeti, the rake, the Windalow, and the it. I will always say the it. I will never say the full name because I do not want it to welcome into me and take my soul. Um, it's like how they say, other relatives of mine have said the S word, but they also got permission from us elders. When they get the permission from us, then that means we have prayed over them and prayed over their surroundings and their windows and mirrors so that it cannot. But you have to remember that there's always a way and it can get to you. Now, um, somebody was asking me about the Wingalow. How do I hear their sounds? It's almost like a wolf and a dog, and they do tap, tap, tap. Or you can hear, like that, but really hard. When you hear the Wingalow making sounds that you're going to think, is that a pack of wolves or dogs or a javelina? It's like just a mixture. And their pitch goes way out. Let's see. I've had a few encounters with it, with an it. Um, yeah, I think there's been 4, Brandy, 4. I hope you don't mind me calling you Brandy. I know you're a ghost girl. But yeah, I think there's 4 because I kept picking up when you were with Richie and Waljo. I always pray over everyone. I do have a list, and I always want to make sure that they're protected. They have a shield over them because prayers are very powerful, and even the evil has a hard time sometimes. No, they don't bring no harm, um, but they're lingering. When they come around, do you get like a death smell? Because Between the Winkle and the Rake, their smells are almost identical. Very creature ships they ship. Yes, they can ship into a dog, a fox, a wolf. I have heard they have shipped into a bear, but it's very obvious that you can tell if it's the actual bear. So the odor that you get, it's like, and you start gagging immediately. It burns the hairs of your nose and it makes your eyes very watery if it's very, very close. Oh, that's fine. I already knew that. Sorry. Um, when see, they like to continue, um, like the spirits, the Wendigo, the Rake, the It. They all the evil like to try. And sometimes the spirits are the same thing doing what they're doing. This is why we say, um, many people say, okay, I'm going to put a protection stone in the window. Now, I have a turquoise, a raw turquoise in my windows. I also have the Trumala black raw stone on the opposite side of one here and the crystal and the black stone. Reason why it means grounded and protected. That means either from the ground. Turquoise means Mother Earth. She's sacred. She protects you as you walk. Many people don't understand what I mean, and I'm trying to explain. Let's see. You definitely can feel it. Yes. It makes your skin crawl, and it also give you a real ugly feeling. They sounds they make sometimes. Yes, that's right. There is a few in my neighborhood in the Woodlands part where I walk. They shapeshifters often in front of me. Just remember, don't welcome them though. Because sometimes what they'll do is they're saying, I didn't take my medicine. No, I didn't. I knew I didn't take it this morning. I thought I did. Shame, shame, shame. Okay. But yes, um, there's been a couple people that done say, should have seen my video yesterday. I wore the shirt. How Brandy? How Sparky? I hope you're doing well. Minnie, I really do. It was Sparky. It was fun. I my husband tells me, "Oh, you're working? Okay." Just wanted to say hi. Thank you for being today, and my spirit needed to lift. Always here. If you need to ask anything, you're more welcome to message me, and I will get to your messages. Um, Sometimes I'll say I'll come back. I doing orders or reading the emails. A lot of times, what I do is that I'm reading the emails and reading or doing something. So one lady had told me, what do, what do they look like? Darn it. What does a wingala look like? Does it look like a rake? Does it look like it? And how do you know they're around? And I said, what do you mean? How do you know? Let me ask you, how do you feel? And she told me, she goes, well, I do believe there's something around me or something's trying to touch me. Okay. A shapeshifter can shift and it can be lingering until it can find something that can shift into. They say, well, can they do a human being? I still say it's possible. But I think if it's possible, I think they get the ones that are really, really sick. I have also noticed and spoke with other elders too, and the council members says that, there are things here on earth that we all are new from back then, but yet trying to explain to others why spirits lingering, doesn't matter if it's city, country, mountain, or woods. Can they change into objects? I would say if you allow it and there is something around it that is there have enough energy for them to shift, yes. But like I was saying, it has to try to shift back to itself. Many people is where they are not understanding why. Now, over ages, oh my goodness, we can go back up to maybe the 1400s from the elders back then, telling the Nicks when the stories, when you are either being raised on the res or off the res, there is many, many things that will stay. And this is why an elder always tell you, caution, leaving home and coming home. Reason why is because you're going to see many spirits, and sometimes they're like little lights, like orbs, and they go, and you don't know they're attached to your cap, your hair, your shirt, or your legs, your behind, but yet you would feel that there's something heavy. Now, if it's a good spirit, it will give you a more of excitement. Yes, a deer too. You're right. There is one more, but I've never heard, but I was told a cat. I also know as a squirrel. So if whatever comes, whatever creature, animal, it can. It's like we're in the movies. We're the ones. We are the actors, and the creatures. They're all like combining. Whatever how do I say? You're in your house and you're watching a movie and you think, wow, this is like deja vu. Or was it something that one younger that happened and the same thing? It's the same thing. I tried to teach the box to, yeah, I said the box. MT Paranormal Mike, MT Paranormal Life, which is Mike. And I took him under when he wanted to start his own. And he does that, the spirits. He does good. But like I said, if you don't take your time, the demons will follow and control you. Then you will have the darkness around your eyes and knowing that they're still lingering in you and it can drain you. I tell you, you could be wearing your medallion, your St. Christopher, or there are some that has Jesus and then St. Mary on the other side, or St. Jude. Even with those, they still can't. Sometimes it can confuse you. And then, you're like, okay, you pray and everything, but then you come back and, you should take off your clothes right outside and not come in. But if you do, then you got it lingering in your home. It can't, and then all of a sudden you're like, I have a headache. What is my head hurt? Your body is like shaking because you feel that, I don't know how, like you feel nauseous. And it's very, very, very important. Oh, we have another beautiful guest. I'll just love him. I say he's my son now. And that is Mr. Sparky.
Hi, Mama. You looking good today?
Oh, thank you. I feel good. I slept, but my phone keeps going ding, 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 ding. Everybody emails, texting. I'm like, oh, today's the day.
Yesterday was the night before that. It went off all the time yesterday.
It was a good show. We did have a good show.
Ghost Girl has a good question. Is it dangerous to sketch or draw it after seeing them?
I would say yes, because that means you're still welcoming them. But I know that she does like to do sketching. What I'll say is touch your paper. Let me, so I can demonstrate. Okay. Touch it. Allow me to draw you, but you cannot connect with me. I know she does a little prayers every time she goes out, and it's the same thing. The reason why I say always do prayers, even if it's a quick one, it's important because remember, negativity, evilness, they connect. And they will always try to get someone that has such high energy, high power in them. And then next thing you know, you're feeling down. That's when they can grab it.
Is it, how would I say that? Is it like for people to draw them without doing that, they're focusing on it so much and putting energy into that.
They're allowing the negativity come continuing, and it's welcoming whatever else. Many people say it's just a drawing. Not necessarily. But like even when you're in school and you're drawing and they're telling you, what do you feel? Oh, a dinosaur or a dragon. what do you think that is still here alive that blows out fire? Now, there's lizards, there's iguana, there's water dragons. So you know they're still here. Those are all relatives. And believe me, there are lots. There's more than what I can say.
Spitting snake, there's a lot of them. Some
Oh,
ants
yes.
or bees do it.
Mm-hmm. Sketching them and writing about them actually helps me cleanse them for me. That's fine. But see, you do have a strong or in your path because you're like always 2 steps ahead. I hope you understand what I mean.
She has
And
foresight and she's connected.
yes. And the one thing that I kind of, she gets sometimes she'll hear something and she's doing something else and then she'll turn around. Sometimes you got to listen to that little saying because I know I've caught her a couple times on some of her videos and I was listen, there's a little spirit talking to you. And the thing is that she does have 3 guardians with her.
Oh, that's cool.
So she's very like high princess.
I noticed during like even with Richie's videos, she actually like kind of like you when you're like, I can feel something over there. I mean, you can describe what's over there, but she's like, I feel something this way or that way. She's very in tune. And Faye says hi to everybody.
Dance, hello, hello. I thought I clicked on it. No, here we go. I actually turned negative into a positive, of course. That's the beauty side of you. Okay. Oh, Mama Beryl, they're always talking to me. See, they do that to me too. The thing is that when you have 3 guardians that are powerful, and that's where your shield is. And I don't know if I should say this on live. This is her personal, but I'll just say she's very well protected and they do guide her the right way. They allow her to sketch, do what she does. And when it is her time, she does appreciate what she does. Sorry, Brandy. There's more, but I don't want to do. I try not to but when I either touch or I see someone that's in the woods, and this is where I feel so comfortable, and I'm out there, and I'm like, I can automatically pick up that person's past, and then who's guiding her, because everyone has an angel with them at all times.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just get confused. Oh no, it's just my mom. It's more to that. It's more to that.
Now, do you believe that past, not just family, but past loved ones do come back to help us at times? Like back and forth kind of thing.
Yes. It doesn't matter. It could be maybe your first crush that is still lingering and tries to guide you up to the proper way. Or if it's one of your relatives that you grew up with and then something major happened and they passed over, they can still continue on.
I've had that with both my grandmas, or great grandmas, I should say, and my great grandfather, they had different smelling perfumes. And every once in a while, you'll just get a whiff of that one perfume that nobody wears anymore, you know, and you're like, okay, he's here. Or we'll get like a cigar or a musty smell when my grandfather comes in. Usually it's not very long, but
Oh, I have Navajo, but I know you do. I always see. That's why I say I'm not gonna without your permission. Your ancestors have a lot to do in the mountains, and
oh, they come
with
to her in the dreams. That's interesting.
so does mine. They always say, "Come, hanina koshita paye." You know, open your eyes. There's more for you to help. And I say, but I'm so tired. And I say, your journey is not done. She's still young. Hello, Dansei, Heather. I'm sorry, I just saw you go up. But yes, it could be now. Mama Rainfeather. She did either pacololo or cherry and pine in her long pipe. Her what she called the whistle. So all the way up to she was 94, so all the way. But like she used to tell me, I will be by and you'll know. And every time you're here. My mother now, she sprayed perfume all over her legs, behind, lift her hair up. And I'm like, now mind you, my mom was poor, and I don't know who my father is, and I don't tend to open a can of worms.
Right.
Because I don't want to hurt someone's heart or, oh, you're here to take our heritage. Neither of that. So I leave it alone. My mother did what was best. I can tell when she's around because of the strong perfume. Now with my sister, when I know she's around, it's more of a flower. And always, we will always say about hummingbirds and what do you? They're not a wasp. It's a bee.
Mountain bees? Bumblebee?
It's gonna come to me. I can just feel her pushing my head. But doesn't matter. They always do. Though it's the wind that brings it and that's telling you they're connecting with you.
Right.
Again, here we go. That's spirits. What did we miss?
There's a lot of people are saying that they do have like cigar smell, perfume smell from past ones.
Mm-hmm. Now you really have to pay attention to the cigar smell, because it could be your grandfather, your father, an uncle, or, and like in my side, it can be a female.
Mm-hmm.
I smell toast when my mom comes through. Aw. Oh, Spice. See, these are loved ones trying to let you know they're there. And again, always. What is he saying? I smell sparky.
Mojo cracks me up.
Oh, he does. He's a character. But the thing with him, his little guardian. That's why I tell Richie always tap him twice on the shoulder, because his guardian is like serious but want to joke, and that's being like Waljo. It's the same character. And I'm like, why do you want to bother this man this way? And then it's not bothering. It's just he's tagging. How do you say, like nitpick? I get a lot of tobacco smell. I believe it's the gypsy ancestors. And girl, if I could just tell you some things, there is a lot. You know, your three guardians are really back from the days. In other words, acting like a wife. Oh, did I miss something? Uh, Hi, Candy. Don't say, sweetie, how are you?
Hey, John.
Uh, I have also found many pennies that were under your put through something. Pennies are letting you know that someone that passes are still around you. And then others say superstitious that if you find a heads penny, it's good luck. If it's tails, you hand it to somebody else. Same thing when you said a knit pat in the man. I say another word in the um, like feathers. People find feathers and it wasn't there before, but then you come back, there's a feather. Someone's trying to send you a message. So um, I get I started having one, then I started having four, then now I have 12 hummingbirds. And
Wow.
when I go out there, they just fly all around me. My husband goes out there and then he says, animals love you. I love animals, you know. Told him, I said, we still need to go look at Willamaka. It's not too close to the res. It's like maybe 30 miles. But Nevada is a beautiful place.
Yeah, it is. The
And
wildlife is crazy too.
that's why I want to move there. You're kind of like a Disney princess who
Ghost Girl, that's one present that's amazing. If the feather was left in your house,
yeah.
that's cool.
Now they can come in if your window is even a little cracked and all of a sudden, or someone had left the door open to get air, it can come in. I know T Mac don't believe in my protection bags. And it's like he says he believes in prayers and in that, and that's okay. But there's been a couple times that I had to tell him what is around him. And honestly, T Mac, you really need to be careful because I do worry about you out there too. And I know you enjoy doing researches out there and you do good. You do good. I will say that. But sometimes they definitely love to come around and but you know what? It's a normal thing and I know you're still learning more about this. Um, just be careful. Always don't go fast. Sometimes I watch everybody in their videos and or their lives and I'm like, slow down, slow down. You know, you're either taking steps too fast or you're not realizing what's on the side because if they're cloaked, don't matter what it is, if they're cloaked, they'll come right past you and they will like try to touch you. But I know you say your prayers and stuff and everything. It is important just to keep your head on the swivel, but on a slow pace. And I know you're really good at that. I bet. Um, Thank you for listening. I do worry about everybody going out there and doing their research. You guys um, do a lot of research, and it is important knowing your area. Even if you're going from one area to another area, each area it can be different.
I so agree with that one.
Candy says, the day we came home from Ohio, my husband had a raven feather drop right in front of his face, and he brought it in and gave me. Um, Feathers are good because they mean message. Just make sure it didn't have no blood on it, because then that is something that's trying to shift in. Those are the easy way to come in. Where me and Richie were, there was deers, turkeys, black bears. They were watching you, and I did say there was a satanga watching you guys there, because that's when I tried, and I was trying to use my um,
Well, your headset was broke. Yeah.
yeah, and I was trying to say, there was something there, 70 yards, but I know you guys were busy, and the chat was going fast, so. But it's
Yeah, they had a
okay.
lot of people in that chat just going.
Yes.
But yeah, that's good talking about the protection bags. Like a lot of people, like you said, either don't believe it or don't understand them. And I like to tell people, it's like, well, have you heard about salt protecting you from, bad things? And they're like, oh yeah, I've heard of that. And I'm like, have you heard of like taking a Bible or reading from a Bible when bad things are happening? Like, well, yeah. I'm like, well, it's the same thing. It's the energy that put into it. And that's why yours is so special, because the way you do them, there's so much energy put into it. Actually, they can really affect when something is like bugging you, like Baggy, when he had the burn mark on the back of his,
Yeah. Your
he had his
bag,
cut
that's
off.
why, see, this is what, I told him, when you can tell if something's really trying to get you, because your bag will start showing the markings. Especially if you're in an area that has a lot of shifters, its and stuff like that, trying to see if they can touch you, because they see what a bag is. They know what a bag is. But like I said, I don't push it on anybody. Yes, I have granted many, channels for protection. And that is because when I seek, and they really need it. Sometimes I know that they don't wear it and I can feel it. Um, Especially if you're doing an investigation late at night and you say oh, I have it, but it's inside. They know you're protected, they just can't see it. So they feel that they oh, it's okay to touch because I don't see it. Now when you have it out, that's when the bag won't allow them to try to touch you. It's like, what is sacred in that bag, which I can't say because this is over for ancestors many years. As many as the elders get involved in sharing for a loved one or a relative, We want protection. And that bag is what all my energy and prayers and what's sacred medicine. And it helps those that have migraines. You could, with the bear root and everything, smell the bag, hold it up, take deep breaths, and it helps you calm down. Those that feel that going into a panic attack, anxiety, those who feel that they have lung problems, take a bite of the bear root. Take deep breath and let
Maybe
that
a nibble, right? A little piece, a little tiny piece.
a little. It doesn't. Do not take a big bite because oh my God, it's gonna go everywhere inside your whole body and send alert, flesh, cleanse, push down, and hello to the commode, the latrine, the potty room, the hot house. So yes, it
And
does.
if you want like one of Mama's medicine bags, dream catchers, she does moccasins, she does a lot of stuff. Also, she has like herbal chapstick and ointment. I'll put her email down in the comments, and then her Facebook page if you want to use Messenger. But warning, if you don't have a picture for you on Facebook, she's probably not gonna accept you.
I had deleted over 100 already with no face, and then they were sending me games and ads. I will not respond to that. I will block you.
I do the same.
I don't have time for all that. I need that. What do you need, Missy?
Oh, I think she was saying I need that from the positive energy and light from you and Wojo and Richie.
She's a bright. Her aura is really, really bright. And what she will get in her package, that would be the color for her. I always try to feel what their guardians, and I speak with them and they'll tell me because I'm asking permission. So same thing with, those things I do with smudge sticks. When I get the Yabalian shell, I smudge it. Inside, I touch inside, I'm smudging. And I grab the smoke and I put it around and I pray over that shell for that journey for that person. The bag.
Oh, that's what she was talking about.
Oh, darn it. I only sent you a smudge kit. Darn it. I should have known. So, well, we'll see what we can do. She needs a medicine bag for protection. She got a smudge kit. I'll send her a smudge kit already. What does pink mean, Mama? You made mine a pink bag. Your inner self is pink, like ladylike. Did you understand, Candy?
So is that color from would you say kind of like an aura color, or it's just a color you get from the spirit saying that's kind of what they represent?
Mhm.
Okay.
Sometimes when I ask the spirits about their aura, and like with you, the most men's I usually try to send them sandwood tan regular from the bear's moose or elk or deer.
Mm-hmm.
So in time it will get darker and darker, and that would tell you how much protection you have had. with you.
Okay.
So it would like really start getting darker and darker and darker. Just as well as mine. Mind you, mine is, let's see, 630. So 57. Yeah, how dark it got. And it
Oh
used to be
yeah.
like,
Wow.
and then I made, when I had some extra skin, and what I did, I made a large one, and
Nice.
and then again the bare root, and now many medicine people, shamans, medicine women, we always keep a stone with us. Either it's turquoise or it is one to ground you and keep all evil away. It's always been this way. The turquoise I have in here, and I have that one. Now, when many people say, "Oh, why do you keep that?" It's just when you collect rocks, you're a rock collector, then you start understanding, well, what did that rock mean? What did this rock mean? And then, oh, well, I have different protections. Oh, okay. But it's all been with Mother Earth, and here many people are trying to get with it and understand it. So sometimes it's hard for others to really understand why many people.
And it's really interesting when you look at it, like rocks, crystals, stuff like that go through so many religions. Kind of like it's been a given from day one that it does come out of the Mother Earth, and they do have different energies that help people in different ways.
You find many different stones from Mother Earth. She gives you turquoise crystals, amethyst, all them. I have, that's what I meant to give Brandy too. I made 4 more amethyst that my son had gave me. He gave me some more amethyst because they were digging, and he found big ones. There was little ones like this. I have little ones like that too that he gave me. But I have 4 amethysts that I wrapped in wire to wear as a necklace. And amethysts are to keep good energy with you. And especially if you're down or something, you can always hold it, and it does give you that energy back. Don't you worry, I'm working on that, she says. Oh, but yes, it is important, like I said, but I know many people don't believe in it. And also too, when you get zapped, you're confused and you're like lost, and you end up going in circles in the woods. And like, take a bite of the bare root, just a little bite. Sometimes the satangos will have to redirect you, so you know where your outing is. And it's important to know your surroundings and stuff. I surround myself. How is Sangha? Sangha is doing good. I talked to him late last night. They just got back from camping, and they got my box. I always send them goodies. I do this to all my children, even my sponsor ones. or the ones that I took underneath my wing. They always will receive something. My husband says, you know what? I think we have about maybe 500 kids. I told him, I said, no, don't be so mean. And he goes, no.
That's funny.
Because you always take someone underneath your wings. And I said, life is always beautiful for me to enjoy. And I love to give the proper guidance or just to hear them vent. And then I give that guidance they need, because they're like, I don't know what to do. How can I go about doing it this way? And believe me, I've had men ask me, how do I speak to my wife? I said, one, don't have a loud tone, speak calmly. And if you're angry enough, don't do it. You're not ready yet. Okay. Well, one of the persons that had asked me, can you help me? Can you pray for me? Because I really, really want this girl. And I think I made her break out with whoever she was with. I said, oh, that's bad. You don't do that. I will not help you with that. I'm sorry, because I cannot accept that. And he's like, well, I want your approval. I can't, it's not my approval to do. And then he sent me a picture of the girl, and I'm like, do you know this girl long enough? Well, she talks with spirits and stuff. I said, oh, so why do you want to get a connection with her? Are you, are you really into spirits? Or are you infatuated with what she does? And yes, and that was the key. The key word.
Okay.
He was infatuated for what she does. And I said, that is not what is important. Having a relationship with a person that brings together to go up is where you have to speak, communicate, understand, have trust. But they live in different states.
Oh, jeez.
Now, mind you, long distance can work. And
It's hard.
can.
It's hard.
It's as well as military. Been there, done that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's really hard.
Because you're holding down the whole fort, and every time you see someone come up wearing black and white or all white, then you're like, no, don't come here. I'm not opening the door. I've had many people come and call me, hey, I need you. Can you be here with me? She was a friend of mine, and she had asked me to come, and I said, okay. I came, I sat with her, and I go, what's going on? She goes, I just feel that something happened. I said, okay. So I laid her on the massage table and put the towel over, and then I had a sheet over her, and I could feel as I'm massaging her and getting the ugly energy out of her. And I stopped right when I got to her shoulders, her back, shoulder blades, and I saw what happened. And then as I stopped, there was ding, 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 ding. And I happened to be there, and they said her son was smashed. And this was in Korea.
Yeah, well.
So I tell people, when you feel that you have a premonition or a vision, don't read it too hard. Write it down. And then when your mind is calmer, and then read what you wrote. So that way you're able to understand. If you don't understand, then talk to someone who can help you understand that. But it was really hard. Mama Bear, where are you located again? I'm in California.
Does anybody
Yeah.
have any questions for our mama? I think that's really cool. Though, at least you're there to help. Like you said, everybody needs somebody to talk to, but also having an elder be able to help people through situations, because having a clear mind, just like you're talking about the premonitions or the dreams or whatever, is like emotionally take yourself out of it to where you can think through it. Then you'll get the right answer you're looking for.
It's just as well as the spirits, and sometimes when something's happened to that person, sometimes their spirit will go where it needs to be, and it could be with a sister, brother, mom, dad, grandmother, uncle, like I said, or the wife, and they're staying there and they're stuck. And then you say, "Are you here? I feel something, or I smell something." That's how things can be. But also, that can also be where a spirit became angry and needs you to help him or her, or that spirit to be calm and able to cross over. So this is where many people get confused on many things. But when you worked with the spirit world, you have to stay strong. You cannot allow that negativity or the evilness to come, because when it does, it gives you a different world in your mind. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I have 3 orders I need to mail out, and I need to go get a anniversary card because I forgot. But I got him a birthday card. I was more worried about it. He asked me, "What do you want to do? You want to go play the bingo?" Or, because I love bingo. That's my little free time.
Mm-hmm.
Or go out to dinner. Well, I made a big dinner. Like I said, I don't know how to cook for 2. So, and there's enough for tonight and Wednesday. But he loves that. He loves the country ribs like I do, and it's good. Sparky, I'm coming to your house when we hit the
Apocalypse.
Oh, okay. All right, everyone. I do want to say thank you for coming. Usually I stay on for 2 hours, but I might go live maybe when I'm over at my granddaughter's, because I'm there Wednesday and Thursday.
Oh, nice.
Mama, what is your favorite color? Oh my goodness. Forest green and purple. Forest green and purple. I even have a purple PT card, like a plum. So it's like a purple in the same range.
Nice.
Yes. Forest green because of Mother Earth. I like pork ribs boiled in water with potatoes. Oh, that's a different. I make that, but I like a soup. Yep. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. I will see you all soon. Yes. Everyone have a blissful day. And aho. Thank you for coming and joining me. Sparky, thank you for joining me again, son. It was always a
Love it.
pleasure. I enjoy. And please be kind to yourself. It's important before you can help others. All right. That said, bye bye. Let's see. End the stream. I'm still blocked. I mean, I'm trying to. Bye, everybody. Let's see. Okay. End it.